We all know as teachers and instructors, we provide a variety of feedback to students on their assignments. Sometimes that takes the form of literally writing on a piece of paper, something they've submitted to us, and sometimes it may make sense to do this in a more online format using a variety of tools. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can include audio or video feedback to your students. This would allow you to potentially more quickly do that in the online environment. And it also allows you to infuse your personality a little bit into the feedback that you're giving them because they can hear your voice or see you as you give them feedback. So we're going to jump in here. There are, again, a variety of tools that do this. Some are built into Canvas and a couple are outside of Canvas. So I'm going to show you both of those and you can see what maybe would work best for you. But we're going to start inside of Canvas here. You can see I'm in a shell and you can see I have a couple of assignments that students have submitted. I'm going to click here to take me to SpeedGrader. These tools that I'm going to show you, the first two are within SpeedGrader. If you're not familiar with SpeedGrader, it's a really great tool that allows you to more quickly look at assignments and provide this feedback that we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and click here to open up an assignment. Okay, so this assignment is a Word document that a student did submit. And I could, of course, give a grade here, and I can also give comments. But what I want to direct you to is down here at the bottom, these three buttons. The first is a file attachment. If you really wanted to give them some feedback from an external document, maybe you have a rubric that you have downloaded and you've typed around it, or maybe you've taken this document and opened it into a new tool and you marked it up, you might attach that back to them. This button allows you to add in audio or video feedback to the student. So I'm going to open that one up in just a second. This one's pretty cool. It says speech recognition. I'm going to show you what this does. And this is going to pop right into this comment box. But if I click here, I'm going to hit the record button and I'm going to say something. You did a great job on this assignment, period. Next time, please add more details into your intro paragraph. Period. All right, so what I got there, I stopped it and didn't capitalize my U, but otherwise it did a really good job of actually hearing my voice and putting that into the comments area. So if you wanted to add your voice just as a text comment, you could do it a little bit faster by using this text recognition. But if you wanted to add your voice and let them hear your voice or see you, this button right here will do that for you. If I click on Media Comment, you can see here I am, I can record myself using my webcam and insert that right here into their assignment so they can watch me give them some feedback. Now, if you're not wild about the idea of actually them seeing you and you just want them to hear you, you can actually click on this webcam button and say no video. And now they're just going to hear you giving that feedback. So it might be a little bit faster for you to give them some audio feedback. And again, it would allow you to maybe use your voice to give them some feedback. And sometimes I find that my voice can give maybe some tougher feedback in a softer way than me just typing it out. Especially in an online environment where they're not seeing you on a regular basis, this audio or video feedback can maybe allow you to build that relationship with them, but also, again, soften something that may have come across as harsh in just text or words. So I'm going to choose to start recording. Great job on this assignment. A couple of pieces of feedback I'd like to give you. In paragraph 1, I would like you to provide more detail in your introductory paragraph. And in your last paragraph, I'd like to see you cite your sources. Okay, so I could play this back. Great job on this assignment. Okay, I can title this if I want to. I'll do student 1 feedback and then choose save. And you can see it inserted it directly here into the SpeedGrader area. Students will see this in their grade area where they can listen or watch, if you did a video, of your feedback back to them. So it would be inserted next to their grade. And what I normally do if I'm going to use this on a regular basis is I tell them that at the very beginning of the semester, as you're looking at your grades, be sure to look for this icon so that you can hear or see feedback from me. So again, within SpeedGrader, you will see these three buttons. The two I kind of focused on were adding audio or video, and if you really wanted to add your speech to text, which would ultimately end up just text, but it's a faster way of using your voice to do that, you could do either one of those things. Both of those obviously inside of Canvas, and I think would go a long way in, again, allowing them to hear from you, literally hear from you, and kind of pick up on your tone and what you want to say to them. As you saw in my audio, me saying, I'd like you to give more information in your intro and conclusion paragraph may come across differently just as text than hearing my voice, and I'm trying to soften my tone so they can receive that in the way that I'm intending. So those are those two. Now, you may have a need to actually show students and talk over something that you want to show them on your screen. So for example, one of the assignments my students do is they create a Google Classroom. So if there's something inside of that Google Classroom that I would like for them to see that a link isn't working or this isn't organized in the way that I want, it might make sense to do a screen capture video. And once I do the screen capture video, the two tools I'm going to show you will give you a URL, just a link where they can click on it and hear and see your feedback. That URL I would put directly into the comment area and say, see this video for more feedback, and place it directly inside of there. So I wanted you, before I mention the two tools, I wanted you to see where I would then place that feedback to students. The two tools that I would recommend for something like that would be Screencastify, and you can see on the upper right-hand corner of my screen, I'm in Chrome. This is a Chrome tool, so you do need to be in Chrome for this one, but not the second one. So if you're not on Chrome, stay tuned. This Screencastify is a great screen recorder. I'll go ahead and click on it, and it'll bring up and show you what it looks like. The pros to this: it is a very common education tool and something that connects directly to Google Drive, and that is where it saves the videos that are created. For our students who are using Google Classroom on any regular basis, this also drops directly into Google Classroom if they choose to do that. I like the education tie-in for Screencastify, and I think it's very easy to use. My students use it very easily. The downside is that it is a 5-minute limit, and that can be limiting depending on what you're doing for them. So easy to use. I will include in my post for this a tutorial on how to use this if this is something you're interested in. The second tool that I like is called Loom. And this one, you'll see all the way here at the top. I am using it in Chrome, but it also has a downloadable piece of software that you can run it on any computer. What's also great about this tool, I'll go ahead and click on this one. What's also great about this tool, oh, we don't need that, is it will have an unlimited amount of time if you think you're going to go a little bit longer. And it is the Pro version, which allows for a little bit of editing, is completely free for educators and for students, actually. So I will also include in my components on this how to get to the free, to sign up for that free account. The other really kind of cool thing about this tool that I like is that it'll actually notify you when someone views your feedback. So you know if the student watched that feedback or not, and you'll get a little notification. You can turn that off, but I kind of like the feature because it does allow me to see if they've watched my feedback. So these two external tools I have used quite a bit if I am trying to give feedback on something that I can pull up on my screen. And I think, again, it goes a long way in showing them that exactly what I'm telling them for feedback and hearing from me so that they can really feel from me the tone I'm trying to get across. So again, I would encourage you to look at these options if you are wanting to give feedback maybe in a little different way, especially in that online environment where things can get a little lost in just words or text, and you want to maybe continue to build that relationship where they're physically hearing from you. So please reach out if you have any questions on this, and good luck.